Well, hi James. Just a quick one on your background. Being from Merseyside, were there any divided loyalties in your family when you played for United? And if I'm not mistaken, your family supports Liverpool. So,
Yeah,
what's the feeling like when you're back here?
yeah. I wouldn't say there's any divided loyalties. Of course, everyone's their own person and they support who they want to support. So, um, funnily enough, my dad's side of the family is a really weird, to be honest with you. My dad's a Liverpool fan. My dad's dad, which is my granddad, is an Everton fan, and my auntie, my dad's sister, is a United fan. And that was before I'd played for anyone. That was just how it was. So, kind of played for all three teams. So I'm making all of them happy.
So, was it like after the recent Merseyside derby?
Yeah, well, my dad usually comes to the game, but he was away for that game. But he messaged me. He wasn't as happy as probably what he would like if they won, but he's just happy if I have a good games, and yeah, that's all that matters.
Good. You train alongside some of the elite midfielders at United. What's the main thing you learn from players in the senior team?
What from players when I trained at United?
Yeah.
Played with obviously, well, trained mainly with some of the best midfielders that I think at that time were probably arguably some of the best midfielders in the world, like Pogba and Bruno, and even Mata in his prime and stuff like that. They were some of the best that's ever touched the Premier League. So to be learning and training with them every day, you learn so much, and even to just be around their presence, and just see how they work and see how they go, like how they navigate day-to-day training and stuff like that. You learn so much, and it was a good period for me to learn and develop.
You made your transition as a centre back during your youth days
Yeah.
to a midfield. What was the key element noticed by the coaches during that time?
It was kind of a weird one, really. I was in a tournament, and I was playing centre half in that game, and one of our midfielders got injured, so we had no one to go in. So they kind of threw me in there, and from there just had a really good tournament. And then from there it was all about, if I'm gonna stay in midfield, I need to learn the basics of, just the simple things with receiving and passing and stuff like that. So that was something that me being grateful of when Carrick come into the coaching staff for the first team, and I just started training with them, that he devoted his own personal time to help me with things like that.
So, talking about your game right now, I mean, set piece has always been one of your strengths. Do you have any specific percentage, specific targets for you aim, or is it just putting the ball into dangerous areas?
Yeah, it's just, for me, like you say, it's one of my specialities, but I've never seen it as one of my specialities. Like, I never took a set piece until I played a men's football. So, like, on my first loan, I was kind of thrown into the deep end. Like, I feel like I'm quite technical as a player, but I've never once took a corner or a wide free kick or nothing like that. So, kind of something that I'm still learning. I feel like I'm far from a specialist, but something that I can definitely pick up and get better at, and something that I don't set goals or targets. It's more of just trying to do exactly what the coaches want me to do, and the area that they want me to put into.
Yeah, I mean, talking about improvement, right, in the set piece, are there any players, past or present, that you have studied comes to set piece taking, and anyone you try to model these things?
Like I said, I've never, only the last 3 or 4 years when I've been playing men's football is when I've only just started taking set pieces. Throughout the academy days and stuff, I'd never took a corner or nothing like that. So in terms of who I'd model myself off in terms of technique wise, like, obviously when you're younger and that you used to wanted to strike the ball a bit like, well, me personally, I like the way how David Luiz used to dip the ball, and Bales and Ronaldo's, how they dip the ball and stuff. So I feel like if I was going to model something like that, that's something that I used to practice a lot. And I'm not saying that I can do it, I'm just saying that's someone who I used to like their techniques. It was different, it wasn't like the rest.
I mean, at Everton you have Leighton Baines.
Oh yeah. Well, he's clearly one of the for me, one of the best left backs that's playing in the Premier League, and the amount of, he's like a modern day fullback. If he played in this era now, he'd be racking up plenty of assists. So yeah, no, he's technically gifted.
Talking about him as what a turnaround at club, what was the first thing that he spoke to you?
I can't quite remember really. It would have just been like a team talk, and what he said that stuck out was, you know, we shouldn't be where we are in the table, and you know, I'm not coming to this team to fight relegation. So from there on, we've rallied together, and we're pushing on. In the last 6-7 games, we're unbeaten. So it's definitely been a good turnaround.
I mean, what did he change in terms of the play, in terms of the atmosphere in the dressing room? What was the main thing that you realized that came in, and the thing that he changed?
Yeah, just maybe just a few tactical little tweaks, nothing major, but just maybe just being a little bit more free flowing, and trying to score more, and just using our strengths as a team and as individuals. And like I said, there's not much that he's changed, maybe just a few little tweaks, and it's natural to, when a new manager comes in, everyone works that extra 5-10% more, so maybe it's something like that as well, but definitely tactically he's changed a few things.
I mean, the final question is about Goodison Park last season.
Yeah.
Have you been to the new stadium, and how was
Yeah,
it?
and yeah, I've not been to the new stadium. The day where the lads went and visited, I think I was doing some type of scan or something because I was injured at the time. But I've seen the pictures and videos and whatnot, and it looks like a wonderful stadium. It'll be tough to leave Goodison. I don't know how the fans feel, and even the lads that have been here a long time, like Seamus and stuff, I don't know how they're going to feel. I've only been here for 2 and a bit years, so it's going to be weird for me. So I can't imagine how it's going to feel for the fans and the players that have been here for a long time.
Do you have your best memory at Goodison Park?
Best memory is probably the last game of the season against Bournemouth that kept us up. That was probably the loudest, and I'm not just saying this, the loudest I've ever heard a stadium in my life. Or the derby win against Liverpool last season, that was massive as well. Especially when they were obviously going for the league and we were kind of expected to lose, so the fact that we ended up winning the game, and that kind of set us on a little bit of a run as well, so that was massive.
Yep, I mean, the final day against Bournemouth, I was there in the stadium.
Yeah.
It was just
Yeah.
massive. So thank you very much, Jay.
Yeah, perfect.
Thank you very
Cheers,
much.
mate. Thank you.